Right, I think I'm live. We'll know in a second. Here we will know in a second. Here, I haven't tuned this thing up in a while. Right, I think I'm yeah, live. We're live. Yes, we know, Rosie. You're live. Yes, you're live. You're live. You're live. What's up, everybody? Working Girl is back on the Rancho again. Free samples. How you doing? Hey Robert, how you doing? Good evening. Doris, how are you? And BX Red. Sheila, Teeny. Big welcome to all of you. I don't know, I feel like kind of getting the guitar out tonight and just kind of strumming along a little bit. Happy Saturday night to all of you. If you're just coming in, thumbs up are most appreciated. Yes, my new contract for 2021 was to limit me to 15 hours of working week, and I've already done 17 hours this week. Yay! Everybody, hello Patricia, we got the one and only Melissa and Rinde here. Mr. Z, gotta get back to hockey. There you go, it's good diversion. Penny. It's Saturday night on the Rancho, and it's very windy tonight. We've got red flag, fire danger. I hope I make it through the night. It's so dry here in California. It never rains a day. Everything is drying up. I think it's gonna blow away. Blow away. Caroline, everything is so dry, it's gonna blow away. Blow away. Good to see everybody tonight because I'm a vintage audio collector. Memo Jungles, that's why. We're just kind of hanging out tonight. It's a Saturday night on a Susie, how are you? It's so good to see you hanging out. How do you do? Friday night, no, it's a Saturday night. Rancho is a delight. I wish I was sitting around the campfire tonight. Rio Bird says, cut it out, woman, there is Darla Hurst. La 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 la. It's good to see you, Jimmy Joe. It's always good to see you on a Saturday night. Down to 3 degrees Celsius here in Toronto. We'll be roasting our chestnuts in California, but it's good to see you all tonight. The boy may be dead, but hey, we're still alive. And that's all that matters, that you're here tonight. We gather round the rancho, we ain't got no campfire tonight. I'm here to entertain you, not to give you a fright. So I play my little guitar and sing a mellow tune, hoping that you won't think I'm a bloody loon. I love that. Oh, music on the fly. Good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday night to you. Yes, the boy may be dead. Yeah, take it home, Rio Bird. Take it home and let it grit. Let it just drive it. Good to see everybody tonight. We hang out for a little bit here. Another working day for me. I don't have a lot to show for my day today except pulling a paycheck. How you doing, Maggie? So we got an open chat tonight. I haven't begun to attack that tree branch that came down. Back there, good to see you, Jody. I hope that you're doing well. Hey, Absurdity, how are you tonight? Susie, good to see you. Carolyn McKeechin, good to see you. Kat McGlynn, I hope you're doing well, honey. I believe you had a recent loss, so my deepest sympathies to you. Unfortunately, there seems to be some of that going around. The beautiful Jackie has arrived. Nomadic Weather Beater says, heading to Farmington, New Mexico tomorrow with my old man. Off to Venice, Florida. Nice. You're not allowed to have any fires around here. This whole state will just be one big fireball before this season is over. I fear. Thank you, John. Hey, Triggered Unicorn. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, our deepest sympathies to you, Kat. It just seems like 2020 and coming into the early part of 2021, myself personally, Mr. Z losing his wife. There's a couple people that they didn't want to have it mentioned, but I know, Kat, that you lost somebody significantly close to you, and we think about you, we grieve for you, and we wish you all the best in your recovery. Yeah, I'm in tonight. You can sing the phone book to me. Yeah, thank you. Jody's been doing my official thumbnailographer. Jody Savini has just been knocking it out of the park with the thumbnails. Did you like that thumbnail from last night's Chooch? I like that silhouette effect next to the mausoleum. Brenda Stewart, thank you again for your kindness. Yes, 18 years together. I think I don't know if Shemaine might be around, or she might be singing gospel tunes tonight on the mean streets of Lawrenceville, New Jersey tonight. So you never know. Yeah, 18 years, 47 days. Isn't it amazing? Well, all I can say, Kat, is you must have had an amazing relationship, and that's a tribute a lot to you, too. I don't want to go into a tremendous amount of details. As you know, Missy Jen had moved on from the rancho, and she had a couple of big responsibilities ahead of her, and one was, taking care of a family member who was in a very serious way. And I did receive word today that member had passed away. So my deepest sympathies to Missy Jen and the whole family over there. It just seems like loss on top of loss on top of loss, and it's tough. Well, thank you, Internet Tro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, the whole West Coast has been dry. Hey, Perfect, how are you? So I know you'll think of Missy Jen in your thoughts and prayers. In a way, she's now free to return to Germany, where she has another relative that she needs to take care of too. Yeah, Camo Dave's live might have worn Shemayan, huh? Gee, I wish I wasn't at work, because we have that 3-hour time difference to North Carolina. Because I think the world of Camo Dave, and it's not easy to be a critic. And I can't say he's always a critic, but just keeping people up to date on what's going on across a broad range of channels. Well, thank you all. It just seems like, hey, Betty Smith, it just seems like just loss follows loss follows loss follows loss, and it does take a mental toll. I mean, is it crazy to say the world has changed? The world has really changed over the last year. You can see it reflected on social media. You can see, I think, that social media has become, kind of despite YouTube's wishes, that social media in a lot of ways has become a bit harsher and a bit rougher around the edges here. And I think that mirrors a lot of society. And I think it's very interesting. One of the things that I said neighborhood is just like wild tonight. There's like a zillion kids here. One of the things that I mentioned early on in the pandemic, a lot of people had predicted because of being shut up for an extended period of time on lockdowns, as many of you were. I was not really on lockdown myself because I was working through a lot of the pandemic with my job, but a lot of people assumed that there would be some kind of baby boom or something like that, but quite the opposite happened. I think the birth rate has declined to one of the lowest since like the 1790s or something crazy like that. So there's a lot of things. Yeah, I think there is some meanness that it's afoot. I think the pie of social media, as it gets cut into more and more pieces, and more people vie for a slice of social media, whether it's on Instagram, OnlyFans, YouTube, all these TikTok, all these various platforms. There's so many creators and so many people now that a lot of times differentiation can mean harshness, and it can mean negativity, because that's, everybody can do their own thing, but in a way it's kind of sad. Yeah, I love Tawny Katane. I'll never forget the image of her with White Snake on the hood of that Jaguar in the mid-1980s. She was probably the first rocker chick that I really had a crush on in the MTV, the early MTV era. Yeah, Susie's became a grandma. Why do you care, Asta? You're a troll. You'd think we'd all learn with all the death that we all die at any time. Exactly. Hello, Philip. How are you? Philip Lambull in the chat that we could all die and the people would be nicer to each other. There's still, don't get me wrong. I mean, I feel quite fortunate. I feel happy. I feel like I haven't really changed because of the pandemic, because I think rather than people's nature changing, maybe people's true nature shines through under times of duress and stress. So you never really know. Going around and deep, yeah. Yeah, so I unsubbed a lot of channels over 6 weeks ago, so I can't, I'm just speaking, it's not particularly addressed to YouTube. I'm just noticing on places like Instagram and places like TikTok, and the people that are complaining now about things that just seem to rise above. I bet you'd love a hot springs in Bishop and 300 to 395 adventure going north. Hey, Gavol. Hey, Ashley. My day was busy. It was boring. I just worked today. Nothing more to report. I wish I had something exciting going on here. I'm going to try to produce a vintage audio. I get lots of requests for vintage audio, as you can imagine. I've put some research time in, so I'm going to want to produce try to get a video together for that. Well, it's not, yeah, I don't know, Jackie. I don't really have anything to offer. I've been out of the loop for so long now, and I've so enjoyed doing my own thing that sometimes I think that's the safest hole that you can crawl into. And it's really fitted me well. I mean, last night, hey, off the wrench, how you doing? How you doing? Last night was so much fun. Going out on that money scavenger hunt, because number one, I didn't know if anything would come of it, and number two, it had a payoff at the end, and we had some chills, we had some laughs, and we ended up having a good night last night, and I love that. That to me is the greatest part of YouTube. It'll never be the money. It will always be the connections, I think, that you make on YouTube, because when I'm walking around, how you doing, John? When I'm walking around You think I'm kind of in my own world, but I'm pretty damn aware of who's in the chat and who's not. You know, and we notice around here when people are missing. You know, when Quirky Girl disappears for a couple days, yeah, we get a little nervous. We know she's dealt with a few health problems. We've had Jackie down in New Zealand. She was AWOL for a bit, but we're glad to have her. In other words, we miss people. We haven't had Joey D in the chat for a while, so I need to contact him. Last time I heard from him, he was talking about taking a little time off of YouTube. Yeah, it was fun last night. Yeah, and Jody, thank you again for the wonderful Rhodes set of silverware that we got. I'm sure, based on last night, that there'll be other things coming up. I would have been out tonight, but it's incredibly windy outside today. We have what's called red flag warnings here for wind gusts. It's very unusual this early in the year to have onshore winds that drive the dryness down to the teens in terms of humidity. So we have early on very heavy, we have a raised fire danger here. So, hey Sean, how you doing? Good to see you, thank you. So I got excited last night. I felt a little stupid seeing a replay. I should have noticed that. Y'all know I got a snoot for money, right? And I just bypassed right over top of that money. Jackie says, man, are you crazy? No way I would go to a cemetery at night. Mind you, switching off the lights is enough to scare a Maori. Yeah, I hear you. Well, thank you, Jody. I'm sure that they will, and I need to thank Bill, too. Bill sent a nice note in a lanyard, as I mentioned yesterday, and a little bit of cash, and I appreciated that very, very much. So that's kind of the thing I like on this channel is we never know what we're really going to be doing. I feel as likely to produce a vintage audio video as a metal detecting video to whip up something in the kitchen. I like that. I like being not tied down on a channel and able to do anything that ever crosses my mind on here. How you doing, Tomcat? Well, thank you, Ashley. I do enjoy streaming from home. The road streams get a little more exotic. People seem to enjoy, evenings on the road, sitting in the van, and I'm happy that the way that the van has come together. Hey, Catherine. Yeah, I can't say I love cemeteries. And I'll tell you, thank you, Kat, but I can tell you off the ranch, thank you, babe, but I can tell you this. If there's a buck to be made in a cemetery, damn it, I'm going to be out there. I'll take a shot, right? What do you think I'm most fearful out there? I'm most fearful about tripping and busting a flashlight and just being out in the middle and just being basically mountain lion food out there in the cemetery or food for a coyote or something. That really scares me. I'm so full, I just finished some baked ziti. Well, I found a pizza in the freezer that was purchased about a year ago. So, of course, I threw it in the oven. I mean, meat tasted a little gamey, but I think it'll probably be okay. What is that stuff on the crypt you found the money? Why would it be dripping? I could never figure out, unless there's some... Patricia asked, what is that? I call it some joy juice, some kind of green slime that leaks out of that particular mausoleum, and it's really weird. And as best as I can figure, Patricia, in the rainy season, there must be some internal leak in the roofing system that's allowing water to go down between the stones. And the stones might have a slight pitch to the outside when they're set. And that water kind of forms some kind of goo that comes down the side. Yeah, who loves cemetery? I need to. I got plenty of flashlights, Jody. I'm just too dumb to take them along. Yeah, a little bit of Wang pizza. You know Jennifer P. It's a little gamey, right? Funky me. Yeah, thank you. Love you too. I mean, I don't know. Hello, banana bicycle seat. Good to see you. So, um, I've had a few. I got jury duty. Been a few wrenches thrown into the works. Still very saddened by the death of Mr. Z's uh, wife. So may necessitate a rather quick return to Las Vegas, which I think is a apropos reason to go back if there's a memorial season. Hey, Dave, how are you doing? Thank you. Caskets too airtight and body combustion. Queenie, I hope not. So we're going to figure stuff out. Um, I'm not sure if I'm going to be taking off to Stinson Beach and Bolinas tomorrow. And Bolinas is the town that removes this road sign so people never find it. It's one of those Marin County towns that just can't. That's just north of the Golden Gate Bridge, and that's one of those towns that just hates the thought of tourism and people visiting and things like that. So I said last night, it's been home to the Cohen brothers. One of them, Joel Cohen of Cohen Brothers movies fame, Raising Arizona, etc., etc. Annie Leibovitz, the probably the most well-regarded photographer of our time right now. And quite a few other characters have lived there, but they love that privacy. Good night. Um, yeah, thank you. I'm doing good, Wade. Good to see you. I'm doing good. Yeah, Mr. Z's weathering. He's rolling on. He's rolling on. He's taking care of business and doing the things that need to be done. He's not the kind of person to crumple into a ball and there's as I've said before, life is for the living. Let's see. Catherine says Rosie Bolinas removed signs when I was a kid, and I think the State Department of Transportation got so sick of replacing signs that they asked the people to participate in a ballot referendum to not put signs up again. So I don't think that the county or the state puts up a sign anymore because they're just too used to it being torn down all this time. Mr. Z's wife passed away. I guess about a week ago. Yeah, about a week ago. So we're kind of dealing with the aftermath of that. How you doing, Mouse Toes? Good to see you. So I hope to be on the road, bringing some more content. In the meantime, I want to kick out a video here. I got a few more just for the Murphy channel. Tara was kind enough to buy me dinner down in Encinitas. I want to put that video up, and then I think I have one more food review to put up, and I'm going to be putting them up on the Murphy channel. Thank you. Thumbs up are most appreciated. Thank you. Other than that, I still have that goal of, hey Glenda, I still have that goal of being on the Pacific Coast Highway. I think that's going to be pretty cool. I kind of sense, don't know how you guys feel about gas prices right now. We're right at $3.99 to $4.23 a gallon here for gasoline, and I think that it's starting to just pinch a little bit into road travel coming up. I don't know if you've noticed commodity prices have been going through the roof. Copper's at an all-time high. Soybeans are almost $14 a bushel. It's getting crazy out there. It's getting crazy out there, and I'm afraid in some ways that our standard of living is going to slip a little bit here because our purchasing power is probably just not keeping up with foreign purchasing power that doesn't mind coming in and scooping up expensive copper and expensive soybeans and shipping all that stuff out, and we have to compete for that stuff and live. So yeah, thank you, Wade. No problem at all. Hey, Ace Ventura, I'm doing good. Good to see you. Well, thank you, Off the Wrench. I just took off my work clothes and threw on what I had this morning. What I had this morning. You love the lights, yeah. I love the aluminum glass shortage. You know, and then it's not raining in Brazil at all, which means that the soybean crop is not coming in down there. So, you know, you say the word famine, and it almost seems like something out of biblical times, famine. But I know my ex grew up in China, and in 1959, 1960, 61, they had terrible famines and food shortages where families were lucky to share one bowl of rice, right? Because Chairman Mao's Great Leap Forwards got all screwed up, and you know the country became a mess for the next 30 years or whatever, right? It almost seems like a biblical term, but I mean, it'd be a great time for farmers, but yeah, I don't know. A nomad's life. I googled, saw waiting down the line by the wildflowers. Thank you, Vegas Fixin'. What's up, honey? Sorry I couldn't get down there, and see you, babe. But I might be down in a couple weeks or so, on account of Mr. Z's wife passing away. So that was kind of my highest priority. Hello, Amanda. How are you? There's a price increase on chicken. I'm just counting the days until I roll through the In-N-Out burger. And my $2.85 hamburger is not going to be $2.85. I want to probably take a picture of it. Put it on the Instagram and show people what used to be. So you can't do what they did to the money supply of this country. Exploded without there being tremendous consequences for the world. So we're gonna be feeling that. We're gonna feel that. It's chip shortages now. I wanted to buy a new phone. I've been 2+ years on my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. I love it. It's okay. But first it was going to be May was going to be available. Now they're talking about August. And then today they're saying possibly September or October because of the chip shortage. So there's all these dislocations that occurred because of the pandemic. Production of a lot of goods and services went crazy. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good, Wade. That's one of the songs. It's on Epidemic Sound. Yeah, be glad you got a roof before the shenanigans. Cheryl, how you doing, sweetie? Says, not sure if I should be worried about missile crash or anything. I don't know. Poor Australia. I think it's going to come down. I don't know where in hell. I don't know where that mofo is. It's like you can put it up, but you can't take it down, right? So I wouldn't mind, and maybe, I got Mouse Toes here, and she's a pretty renowned prepper. A lot of years. I don't know if you subscribe to her channel, my moderator Mouse Toes, but you should. She's perfected the art of canning and putting up things, and I don't wonder if it's still not wise to lay in some stocks of basic necessities that could last you quite a while, so because we've seen how fast stuff disappears from stores, right? When the pandemic was early on. Chlorine shortage, yeah, all that stuff. I passed American chloride on the way from Palm Springs to Vegas. It didn't look like, the only thing that looked like it was moving out there was the cockroaches. Nothing was going on. right? Why produce it? You're making more money by just sitting on it than produce it. Would you ever get any pets? Yes, I would. I'd love to have a dog, but I don't want to travel with a dog. I don't think being in a van, a really tiny van like mine, is healthy for a pet. So I'm content to do my traveling over the next decade, and then God willing, um, to do fun stuff on the rancho here and have a pet here for companionship. What kind of dog? Just what do you? What kind of dog do you think Rosie would get? Right? Come on. Put it in the side chat. What kind of dog do you think Rosie would get? Huh? What kind of dog? Right? Yeah, Mouse Toes is great. Yeah, Mouse Toes says Rosie and I share frugalness in common. I'm cheap. Mouse Toes is frugal and smart. Let's not get it twisted, okay? If I had 1/10 of Mouse Toes' abilities and talents, I'd be one dangerous mofo. Boston Terrier, choo-choo dog. Yeah, no, that's right, Mouse Toes. No frou-frou dog, just a M-U-T-T. What I usually have done in the past is I just go to the shelter and I look for a dog that may be slightly sad and just kind of giving up hope and see if we make a connection, and then I just take a shot on that dog. That's my last dog, Wolfie. It was that Wolfie turned out to be a big slob, right? The first time I threw a stick to fetch it, he just looked at me like, "When are you gonna get the stick? Why'd you do that?" Right? He could sit, he could bark, right? I think I just get like a mutt because Rosie's a mutt, right? I mean, I'm just like, it's Rosie, right? Simple girl, simple rock solid name. Just give me a dog. Let me just call it Spot, something like that, and we're good to go, right? Yeah, get two dogs. Well, I probably would at that. I probably would at that time, but now I'm anxious. I ain't nothing, Jody. I ain't nothing. But it would be awesome if the world can open up a little more, and God help them. The people in India are just going through the friggin' ringer, right? Have you seen what's going on over there in India? I mean, they had some festival where they gathered like 1 million people, and man, they're paying dearly for that now. Okay, and remember, Cornholio just laughs at COVID, right? I mean, at heat. Cornholio doesn't care about heat because India is hot, it's sweaty, and you got people dying by the cartload over there. So it's really, really. Hey, yeah, Darren, how you doing, Darren? Darren says get a rabbit. I'd be afraid a rabbit might be my uh, might bite a finger off of me or something. I don't know. I don't. Animals are too wild. I mean, rabbits are just too wild for me. I don't know. They're just too bulldog and bullshit. A Shih Tzu and a bulldog and a Shih Tzu. Bullshit. That's great. So I think there's a time and place for everything. I just, we traveled with Georgie on a 1,700 mile, no, 10,000, even more than that, 13,000, I don't know, 10,700 mile journey with Georgie. And, we took good care of, Missy Jen loves the Georgie, takes excellent care of the Georgie boy, as do I. But the reality is, you worry a little bit on the road. Dogs are creatures of habit and routine. And I remember the first time, yeah, Bullfrog. I remember the first time when I went to pick up Missy Jen and I flew into Kansas City and I drove down and we hooked up her U-Haul to come west. And I'll never forget when we hit the Rocky Mountains, and we're going into the Rocky Mountains. It's late March, still plenty of snow. Later, we were to get caught in a blizzard in crossing the Sierras. That wasn't fun. But, to look in, Georgie was looking out that window, and George always liked to sit up front between the two saints. That's why they called him King George. And he was just whimpering when he saw those mountains and that snow. He just had no friggin' concept what the hell that was. And it was really, really kind of weird. Yeah, Georgie's a cutie. Yeah, yeah. The only way by which a rabbit, if you aggravated him very. Oh, okay. Wait, I don't know. I don't know if rabbits are wild animals or not. I don't know if they can attack you. I got no idea what a rabbit can do, right? I mean, if I've ever seen a rabbit, I've always kept my distance and been ready to run. They'll chew through your lamp cord. You should get a cat. You're a cat already. Thank you, off the wrench. Payback pierogies too. He busts scams. How you doing, MacGyver? Good to see you, MacGyver Brown in the chat. Nice to see you. The Pride of Whiteville, North Carolina. How you doing, MacGyver? Good to see you. Cheryl says my friend lives in Nepal. She said almost gone when I asked her. She said almost gone. Wow, wow. Dogs would have a hard time with my routine. Okay. Dog wouldn't be able to go through a lot of these places. So how would you coordinate? That's what I'm saying. I mean, it comes a point where you think about traveling with an animal or something, and you got to just think to yourself, okay, I'm going to put it out there. Some people in the travel community have pets because, some people are more interested in the pet than the person. Right? They want to see what the hell the pet's doing. I don't believe that's a lot of people, but some people do, and I don't believe in using pets for ornamentation in videos and things like that. Okay, you guys know me for years. I don't hurt wildlife. I don't step on bugs. I don't care what the hell it is, right? Black widows, I'm not out there stomping them. I'm admiring their beauty of things, right? Rosie's, how you doing, Shimei? Rosie's a nature lover. But I'm the kind of nature lover that likes to be behind the glass at the exhibits. Things like that. I don't want to be up close and personal with nature. Yeah, I think it's, so I'm not going to put a pet through that. And then when the camera doesn't roll, now there's a lot of people, I have a lot of admiration for Camper Van Kevin and his wonderful Yorkies. He's a beautiful person. I'm not going to tick down the list on it, but I'm just saying it's very easy, pets. I mean, shit, I watched Kotua the otter and used to watch Loxy or whatever, the fox, and Loki the fox. And I mean, the old bird that feeds the raccoons. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good stuff, right? But you gotta. Hey, Jackie, thank you. I just love
Rosie,
you.
I just love you and your channel. I always leave in a positive mood.
Jackie's wonderful. Thank you. She must have hit the PayPal there because I'm still waiting to see if this monetization issue is going to be solved in the next couple days. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, sweetie. Boy, we haven't heard that for a while. Found channels from Jen and watch for the animals. Not going to lie. I think a lot of people do. Thank you, Jackie. You're awesome. But, on the upside, people can look at that as if they're additional actors and they're fun and they're good traveling companions, right? But on the downside, big dog in a small van or an RV, you really got to be committed to keep exercising that dog. And, when you put down 500, 600, 800 miles down the road in a day, you're fatigued. And when you look in the pecking order of responsibilities, you got to keep putting that dog, or you got to take care of that cat or dog, right? And sometimes it can get tiresome. They're working double overtime. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, MacGyver. Thank you, Jackie. You're so sweet. Will you wear the first two names of, I don't even know who you are, Trash Bag. It's the first time you've ever come into my channel, so we'll just assume you're trolling. Double shot, they're very sweet and lovable. They expect we got our dog after our last ferret died. My wife and I travel with it. Yeah, it can be uncomfortable with them at times. But Rio Bird, I mean, maybe you're staying in motels and things like that. And 20 years ago, you could hardly get a dog into a motel. Let's face it, motels, hotels, unless you were Hollywood or Beverly Hills or some frou-frou part of LA or New York's, Upper East Side or whatever. There ain't no way that you were getting pets into hotels and motels. Well, a lot of that has changed now. So if like, I can't be in a motel every night because of the price, right? It's not going to work. But for those people who go on vacation and travel, yeah, and they can be in a motel or something like that, that's nice. Yeah, Wade says, no cats like traveling, right? So, okay, Saturday Night Live. Take care, Betty. I think that's the last person I would watch on TV is Elon Musk. I don't know. He'll be lucky if he doesn't end up in jail for manipulation of trading manipulation. Hey, Ginger, how you doing? We got a corgi named Watson. I like that name. I like that name. That's great, McDave. My mascot is also my best friend in thumbnail. That's really awesome. A lot of you guys have pets, and a lot of you guys put them on. Cheryl used to have, I imagine my moderator, Cheryl, she used to have a white dog. I'm so descriptive with dogs. I don't know anything, right? A big, fluffy, white-looking dog as her avatar out there. So some treat pets as kind of throwaway. I don't know. 18, 12, and 6 years old. That's awesome, Susie. I didn't know that. That's cool. So for me, there's a time and place for everything. Did I enjoy my time with Wolfie? Yeah, when Wolfie was here, when Missy Jen first came, yeah, Wolfie was my companion. He came with me. And on May 30th, believe it or not, it'll be 10 years here on the Rancho. Yeah, 10 years. And in the early years, all I had was an occasional Bobby and Wolfie. That was about it. So, and, I always feel guilty that I never... I basically gutted this place. If you haven't seen the video, my 5-year, journey on the Rancho of all the gutting and all the new electrical and just everything I did to this property to make it even substandard living here. Wolfie got kind of pushed to the side. Right, humping drywall and one-woman drywall hang on this. I didn't have a hell of a lot of time for Wolfie, so I'll always regret that. Try taking a cat, you have a better chance of surviving on the moon without his suit. What's shaking, Spanky? Where the hell have you been? God darn, Spanky. Shit, man, I gotta meet up with you again when I come through Cheyenne. Dang, Spanky returns, right? Another one of my friends besides the beautiful Alpine Gulch out there in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Can't believe Spanky is back. Can't believe Spanky's back. I'm glad you're recovering, MacGyver. But it's good to see Spanky again. I was worried about Spanky. Thank you, Bob. But it was a solo act for the most part, except for putting up the occasional header over windows and roofing. Yeah, I did everything here myself. And it's like, I didn't even think of YouTube at that time. right? YouTube was still 2 years in the future, right? Because I wouldn't have had time to think about it, right? Because every waking moment when I wasn't busting my ass 40 or 50 hours of work was, working late into the night to make this place. And then Missy Jen came along and helped me do got the bathroom and convert that so she would have a barrier-free shower to roll into if she ever needed to use a wheelchair. She wouldn't have to worry about any hump or anything like that. Yeah, I gave Wolfie a home. Oh, they're doing Frontier Days this year. You want me to come and lose my keys again? Anybody remember that fiasco? Right? After a nice dinner with Alpine Gulch. Where the hell are my keys? Ooh, talk about one of those wind whistling moments up on the high plains of Cheyenne, Wyoming. I don't even know where I'm going to sleep tonight. Hey, Garrett. Yeah, I'll be down there, Garrett. I want to try to spend a couple weeks in San Diego, close to the beach, boondocking and doing all of that. So hopefully, Spanky, no more losing them keys. Exactly. So now I carry backup. Yeah, Spanky was one of the best stream snipes ever down in. And another person I met on YouTube. If I totaled up the number of people I've met on YouTube over the years, it would probably be close to 200 people. Yeah, because there's about 10 or 20 people that didn't choose to be on camera that wanted to meet. Anyway, yeah, I was parked in a parade route. I'll never forget that night. Just my luck. Frontier Days or whatever the hell it's called. The parade's the next morning after I've lost my keys. And guess where my car is? Right on the parade route. So I call the police station and the lady on the desk is, honey, I'm so sorry, but unless you can twirl a lasso from the roof of that car or do something real fancy on the horse, you're going to have to get that car the hell out of that spot. Yeah, I'll be looking for my keys every day. Yeah. I didn't know any fancy roping tricks or any crazy stuff like that to do. So, here comes that poor locksmith. He tried for an hour. He got me into the van. He tried to cut a key, but the problem is, unless that's programmed into your onboard computer, your engine cuts out after 10 seconds. Yeah, so it was kind of useless. There's a little downside to that vehicle. Dog scrambling in the. I don't know. There's kids riding their big wheels. Those big plastic wheels on the asphalt. That they start going at 5:30 in the morning. And my luck, I got the kids whose parents still believe in the kids should go outside and play and not play on the internet and computer. So she turns them out at 5:30 in the morning. They're good till about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. Yep. So I can't wait to get back to Cheyenne. I hope Spanky will stay in touch. She used to take their oldest cat out for a walk. Oh, I have a picture of the cat. This way she clawed my hand was almost like, ooh. Yeah. See, cats are kind of unpredictable, right? You never know what the hell they're going to do. Right, but I like cats too. I think cats can be pretty awesome, right? Pretty awesome. I wish I remember. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them doggies rolling. rolling, rolling, roll high. Any kind of weather, in any kind of weather. Do, roll high. You like those cats? How you doing, Cheryl? What's going on? I mean, we had cats when I was growing up, and they were very enjoyable. I liked them, and I enjoy cats. We had a what was it called, a chocolate point or a Siamese, and then we had a black cat. And I don't care what people say. I think black cats have like the sweetest dispositions. You know, they were always so easygoing. And I always enjoyed them. I mean, I like pets, but not, you know, not like dangerous pets like chickens or you know, like rams or goats and, you know, cows, horses, things that could do significant damage to you. When they're old and senile, like our oldest, he turned 19 according to Purina Cat Cow. She's a feline equivalent of 94 years old. Okay. Well, that would explain why my 98-year-old grandma used to beat the hell out of me. Wouldn't be because I nipped her beers, right? For her national beer, right? You're black in the dark. 2 seal point Siamese. We had to put one down. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they're great cats. Yeah. I just I'm real partial to. I mean, it just seems so mellow. You know, we had this black cat that was called Louie, and he was just so chill. You know, he was a rescue. I don't know. Somebody threw him out of a car or something, but. You know, we ended up picking him up and taking him home, and he was really cool. Yeah, cats are great. But she still understands both English and Spanish. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. So, just want to say, if you're not subscribed to the Murphy channel, make sure that you do. I'm going to be putting up a couple foodie review videos. I've stuffed enough travel stuff on my channel. I'm waiting to see if this company is going to withdraw their stupid ass. You know, if we can clean up this AdSense thing in the next couple days, hopefully, and not push it off for another 30 days. This company has the right to apply for a 30-day extension, by which time I'll probably be dead, right? Fighting this, or have to retain a lawyer for these nutballs and stuff. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, it could be as soon as tomorrow night on the road. If not, if I'm not on the road, we'll do something fun tomorrow night. Anybody that's in the greater Bay Area that wants to stuff a little money in secret places around the county, well, feel free. Okay, don't let me slow you down out there, okay? Yeah, hey, how you doing, McCabe? Glad to have you watching. Thank you, Hobotron. Love watching both of Murph and well, thank you. We'll be getting a little more balanced content as road travel just picks up and almost becomes continuous. Now, I'm cognizant of the fact, and because I got 20 people telling me a day, that, you know, the Christopher's coming west, and he's somewhere, I guess probably in West Texas tonight, maybe somewhere around Abilene or something like that. I've literally been so busy with work and doing videos that I've not kept up with really any channels out there at all. And as I said last night, I don't know how things are going to go. He might spend a significant amount of time in Las Vegas. But I've got to do my own travels and kind of prioritize that a bit, because I feel like I've got a small gap between now and I'd like to get back to Vegas for, you know, if there's going to be a memorial thing for Mr. Z's wife. And then I got jury duty. So I got a bit of a small window to get out there and travel. So Thank you, Jackie. You're wonderful. And it's good to see you back again. I think Jackie was working her tail off the last. I didn't see too much of Jackie, my New Zealand, my Kiwi baby doll down there. So it's good to see you. Good to see you back. So, uh, Ella, she has derecho está aquí always. What does she have? Write something. I don't know. You know, my Spanish ain't that good. You don't need to speak Spanish when you got these babies walking down the streets of the cities of Mexico, right? So she has the right to be here too. Yeah, always, right? Also, yeah, too. That's it. Okay, yeah. I had to take Spanish twice in college. First time on by virtue of the fact it was 8:15 in the morning, and I just didn't do 8:15 classes. After basically living in an animal house environment, forget about it, right? Forget about it. But as my advisor says, don't worry. Put a hand on my shoulder. It's always easier the second time around than it was. Yeah, missile over the Maldives. Should be worried up yet? I don't know. And I wonder. Yeah, I'm glad, Jackie. We missed you around the chat. It's so good to see you. See you again. I don't know. I don't know. I wake up this morning to the news that was yesterday that the Colonial Pipeline is shut down because of some massive internet breach of their operations. It's like, when is the day coming when somebody's going to accidentally hack a freaking missile or something, right? And we're going to have like from every land and sea-based launch platform, from Trident submarines to land-based, every friggin' missile is going to be airborne and just making a U-turn and coming down. That's going to be a hell of a day, right? Good Lord. Good Lord. I speak Spanish. Pet loon, Rosie, or goose. Yeah, I don't know. I think a loon is on the Canadian money. Isn't it a loon, like a kind of a duck-looking thing or something like that? Don't they call that the loonie, the coin? That Cheryl might know. She's our resident Canadian here. It's been in lockdown for 14 straight months. Cheryl, right? Good Lord. Oh, well, thank you, Marquise. How sweet to say. Thank you, Marquise Juarez. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. It is kind of scary times. I mean, you never know what you're going to see in the paper, right, when you wake up. But I was heartened by the news that both the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccinations are showing very strong sturdiness against variants so far, which is good news. Well, thank you, Marquise. Yeah, loony is a $1 coin and a bird. Okay, I wonder if it's good. Is it good eating? Or would the Royal Canadian Mounted Police lock me up if I asked if a loon is good eating or not? I don't know. I always wonder how certain animals taste. I grew up thinking, they told me, Pete, it was people eating tasty animals. I didn't know what the hell it was, right? I don't know. So it's some kind of fail. The hacking would be the impulse unleashed, call anything required to go into cardio. There'd be nothing left to hack with. I expect that day's coming, Wade. Right? I think it probably has to do with the Bible that says the first time the world ended with water and flood, the second time it'll end in fire. So you can take that to the bank, right? Whatever the hell that means. You're really going to burn up from just water drying up on planet Earth, or what? Who the hell knows? So I don't know. They're on the lakes in New Hampshire too, but Canada is close. Are you going to pop a bottle of champagne when Cheryl finally gets to visit Vegas? I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know. I don't know. I think Cheryl's going to be mildly shocked at the changes in Las Vegas since she's, I want to say Cheryl hasn't been down there since 2019, something, maybe early to late 2019. The demographic of that city has changed a lot. Okay, you see it downtown. It's a much rougher crowd. You know, it's pretty damn wild. Pretty damn wild. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated. Yeah, I ate rattlesnake before in China. It was, you know, it was okay. It tastes all right. You know, you got to be careful with little bones and things in it. There's a lot of very small pin bones and things in it. I think I'm gonna have me a beer. How about that? You guys haven't seen me had a drink here in like forever. Let's have a Tecate Light. How about it? Look at that. I'm matching tonight. Yay. Hey Johnny, how you doing? Let's have a beer tonight, right? Why the hell not? I'm going to Las Vegas later. Looking forward to seeing it again. All right, Johnny, are you staying downtown or uptown? You staying on the strip or downtown? Cheers, guys. I matched tonight. I should be a beer girl. Thank you, Neil Lorraine. I'll tell you what, I had alligator in Louisiana. It was damn good. I had what they call jalapeno alligator balls. Yeah. Try ordering that to the cute waitress. How are your balls? Like she hasn't heard it 1,000 times before. So, doing great. Staying at Mandalay Bay. Nice. Staying at Mandalay Bay. That's kind of snazzy. Yeah, Vegas Fiction should visit Vegas. Hey, Sheila. How you doing? Well, thank you, Off the Wrench. Tecate is good. You know how I feel. Hey, Craig. How you doing? I hope your jet lag is better and you're feeling good. When I went to... with the slob who shall not be named on my channel, the puffer fish. When I went to Mexico with him, when you paid admission to the club, then they slapped a Tecate Light into your hand, and I quite enjoyed it. You know, it's pretty damn tasty beer. So I should work on the prices right? Yeah, Cheryl. I've had fried alligator with dipping sauce. I couldn't get enough. It's all in the preparation. Yeah, I hear that often. Has some all back to normal again. Thank you. Well, good. It's good to hear that, Craig. I've enjoyed my time in Mexico. I'm going to see what Kev's agenda is. Kev TV. I don't know if he got his passport yet or not. Remember, I got mine like within 2 weeks. It was insane. Right? And I had JT make a comment on the video. Well, I applied months ago and I'm still waiting, but I guess if I had big fake silicone tits, it might have speeded up the process. Like, yeah, it might have. You know? I'm trying to remember the Mandalay Bay. I know the Mirage had the white tigers, the Siegfried and Roy tigers were in there, the garden in there. You'll never see that kind of show in Vegas again. Okay, you know that. Right? Ain't no way, no how you're ever going to see a tiger show again in Vegas. If you missed it, it's too bad, brother. The curtains come down on that. Okay, you're not going to see that again. But I think that was in the Mirage was really the first. In my mind, it was the first. It was the one that set the whole precedent for the mega resorts of the Strip. I think that was the first one. Because I remember the volcano and all of that. So yeah, with braless winking nips. Yeah. Well, stay in it, Dave. Stay in it, McDave, because you'll pass another milestone when you'll be glad that you're there. Okay? Trust me. Let me tell you, I enjoy being free and single and all that, but there's a lot to be said for companionship too. And people change again. You might pat yourself on the back in a few years and say, you know what, I'm damn glad I'm still here. Right? Maybe just reach down inside of you. Reach back for that love that you found on your wedding day and in your engagement days. Add a little more coal to the fire. Think about it. The answer isn't always doing without. Right? Yeah, you're fixing to miss out. Yeah. Okay, take care, Sean. Well, thank you. Good to see you. Travel in August for a few months. Nice, Skylar. Neighbors want us to join its Discord. I'd rather fry back. Well, our Discord's pretty tame. I've hardly had any time to spend over there. There's very nice people in there. Nothing goes on in my Discord. You'll see Shimei saying hello and Noreen, a few other people in there. It's not that big of a deal. So, yeah, I would go real slow. Goldie Khan, Delono, great rooms, more zen. Nice to see you, Goldie. Took me 60 years to look this good. So, yeah, exactly. Throw that blanket on the ground. We made it. That's it, Cobra John. And I think everything will reach that point, McDave. Because I'll make a prediction. If you go your separate way, I can almost predict when there'll be a day. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be next year. It might not be 5 years from now. But, just, as a friend of yours for quite a while on here, I think that's the best advice I can give you is to reinvent yourself. Break out of the mold. Get a hobby. Take up woodworking so you're working in the garage or something and just do your own thing, but don't cut that loose. Craig said, absolutely. I didn't even feel the empty nest syndrome. It was all good when they went out on their own life back to normal. Exactly. Yeah, Johnny says, my daughter's away at college too, and I love it. Yeah, it's a nice thing. Tomorrow's not promised to anybody. And I think a lot of people, things seem good at the moment. But then over time, the downside starts to happen. And, you might have a decline in health or something might come along. And, I'm not saying that's a reason to stick together. But sometimes you got to look down the road a little more, McDave. And just trust me when I tell you. There was something you saw in that gal when you said, I do. So all I can tell you, brothers, keep doing. Keep doing. Give her a big hug tonight and tell her you love her. And then take her out and do something fancy tomorrow. It is Mother's Day. And by the way, let me wish the many mothers out here a wonderful Mother's Day. And I know tremendous numbers of you have been great mothers, or you got great mothers, right? Treasure them, cherish them. I don't have a mom anymore. I don't have a dad, technically an orphan. But I'll tell you what, there's hardly a day that goes by that I don't think fondly of my mother who passed away 21 years ago in April. And to just think, if I could just have another day or two with her in her prime, what price would I pay for that, you know? What price would I pay for that? Right. I mean, think about that. So, however you get along with your mom, I can't think of a better day to try to reunite and be together. Because as somebody said on the chat, tomorrow is never promised, right? Don't be that person that lives in the shadow of regret for years, okay? When you have the ability to do things now. Yeah, keep your friends close and hold on to them, and keep your family close too. How you doing, Sharon? Good to see you. So, hey, Jaco NoCal, how are you? Good to see you, brother. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to pick this box up, Shake. I don't even know where the hell it is now. I hope nobody threw it out around here. It was something nice from Mr. Z's family there. So how you doing, Brian? Locking the kids in the basement for Mother's Day. Date night once a week. Just do something that surprises the hell out of your significant other. Just do something the least expected. You'd be surprised. Sometimes people just want a reaffirmation that they matter, that they exist, right? And the mundanes of life and things just pull us into a routine where people literally become invisible. We kind of see through them to the next thing that we want to do. What's tomorrow? Where do I got to be? Where's my shopping list? Or, I got this damn sales meeting tomorrow, right? Something like that. So, thank you, Sheila. My mother passed away at 8.5 years. It's on my Mexico, May 10th, Mother's Day. Regardless, yeah, it doesn't matter. Regardless of what it is, I'm an orphan now too. I'll give a million. Yeah, I think we all would. The truth of the matter is, you never appreciate something until it's gone. Okay, that's when the appreciation level. You start to forget the negative stuff, and you start to remember the good stuff. My mother was tough as nails. He could slap me around and pull my ear. But I was a bad kid, all right? You don't turn out like this. You don't turn into this by being a good kid, right? So, I will spend a good portion of the day thinking about my mom tomorrow, and I think in June, Father's Day will be more difficult because, I still find myself many times picking up the phone to call my dad, just automatically dialing it in, just do. The number you have reached has been disconnected, right? It's embarrassing and it feels weird. Yeah, surprise them with a new attitude and see what the hell happens, right? That's it. It's just kooky, But it is what it is. He became an orphan on Saturday when my dad blew his brain. Yeah, Wade, oof, man. Okay, Wade, sorry to hear that. Wow. Good night, Susie. Good night. So, wow, that's kind of a tough one to swallow, isn't it? Oh man. Jeez, kids doing a barbecue for us, Mom. That's awesome. Yeah, still do that too. Yeah, Susie's had it, man. Stick a fork in Susie. She is done. She is done. Yeah, really sorry to hear that, Wade. That's very traumatic, to deal with that. Yeah, my heart sank. I'm like, what the hell am I doing, Patricia? I'm like, God, what am I doing? Just instinctively picking up the phone. Right, and that COVID was just so terrible. You couldn't visit, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't go to a funeral home, you couldn't have a funeral, you couldn't do anything. You get so caught up with society, we don't get up in that work, then breaking it, works, then takes off. And Well, Jackie, I guess my bottom line is I've been working continuously for 47 years. And actually 48 years now, I guess. Yeah, something like 48 years. And there's no doubt I wanted to not work. I really wanted to retire. But it's really difficult when that COVID hit and people were dropping like flies from the workforce because they didn't want to be even in hospitals. And we didn't have any vaccine, we didn't have any good therapies, people were just dying. We're still, oh, do we put them on their back or their stomach, right? And that long arm of responsibility reaches out, right? And the question is, if not you, who? Well, you just got to do it. Yeah, I mean, it's a year later, but we're starting to crank it up and we're having a good time. Hey, James, how you doing? I want to buy you 4 nights in a nice Las Vegas spot and go live with you. Da 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 do 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 do. See you at the pool, Dick. Do 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 do. I'll tell you, I gave quite a show at the old downtown Grand, right? Had all the ladies. Ah, look at those big fake tits. Yeah, look at it, baby. Still kicking it out, man. Still kicking it out. Now you can arrange travel because they're committed to getting me what I need to work on the road. Hotspot, and credit for a computer and all that stuff, Patricia. It's not rocket science, but hospitals pour the money into the patient and equipment end, and they don't really care about the back office shit. That's the bottom line. Go with you and Rosie too. Nothing kinky. Uh-oh, Sharon. Hey, camp goer. Do 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 do. Like the man said, ain't that a kick in the head? Well, you know what I mean, Della Rain. They're just like, oh, I love that. I'm still here, babe. My heart's still ticking. Good to see you, C. Robbins. Well, that's good. Man, we got all kinds of good news tonight, right? They're coming out of the woodwork tonight. It is awesome. So I'm really glad to see you here tonight, C. Robbins. I have missed you immensely, so it's good to see you back again. Vegas is good. I don't know, like, it sounds strange. I don't know if I could ever have. Oh, I hear you, Maggie. Sorry, honey. Yeah, 21 years ago in April, my mom passed. I'm glad she didn't see a lot of shit that went on in the world, right? 9/11, and kind of glad, right? And all that kind of bullshit. Yeah, you don't have to turn around and come home. Now, I don't know if I could ever do a traditional, like, Cheryl S. Vegas trip, because just because I've done so much other content, and I think it'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think it'll be the 1-year anniversary of Vegas in lockdown when I did my memorable. You might want to go search out that playlist, Vegas in Pandemic Lockdown, of the absolute low point. But Cheryl, I don't know, and you guys, if I could ever do, like, I don't know how I'd fill my time. You fly into Vegas, you get your car or whatever. Cheryl goes to her beautiful Caesars. She's 4 diamond, don't forget that. Okay. As I said, somebody opens her door for her at the hotel, and she gets whisked into the concierge desk for special guests. Whereas we get booted out when we go in. And then I don't know, you gamble, you spend money, you have good dinners. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that goes down. I mean, you know me, I'm committed once a year to stay in a really nice hotel, just because you guys want me to go top drawer one time, right? Yeah, glad you're better, C. Robbins. You have zero problem filling time in Vegas. Yeah, it'd be interesting to talk to you about how you spend your day, especially if it's winter time. You know, so summertime you can pool for a while, but believe me, in Vegas you can't sit around the pool unless you're going to get shit faced all day at $800 cabana spots and all that. Yeah, Cheryl does VIP. Yeah, thank you, C. Robbins. We're just glad to see you back. You know, we're just glad to see you back. Campgoer says, I love Vegas. I guess you can just never take the city out of me. You know, the rough and tumble of the streets. And, I mean, I could go put on my gold sequin dress now or silver lame and you know go to a top end restaurant or something like that. That would be kind of cool. Kind of like what I did with Monkey Boy. I don't know, it was last year or whatever. You know, I don't know. It's like a pretty woman scenario. Call it pretty bad. Pretty bad. No man. Yeah, no man. I've kind of lived it with Bob Wells for 6 years. So Frances McDormand was another one who lived in Bolinas down there. She won the Academy Award for Best Actress. Gambling and relaxing. Hey Vicky, love you. Last time really looked like it was cranked up again, so that's a good sign. Um, you know, it should be. Uh, I could say a lot, but you know, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's crowded, Craig, but it's much more thuggish. Okay, there's much more. I believe there's much more danger on the streets now. I mean, Vegas. Take when I left Vegas with D Dubs in March of 2019, we packed the hell out of it. March of 2020, we got the hell out of there. Right? The night before, things were popping, and I think back to that day, and I think of walking on Fremont Street today, and all I can think about now is how punkish and thuggish it is down there. Okay, so I don't know what that means for the future. I don't know. Oh, good. See, Robbins, awesome. Sam is inexpensive, very cat, great free show in the atrium every 2 hours. That's nice coverage, John. Oh, that's a good beer. Yeah, it's really hot in Vegas. Um, I'm good too, man. When it gets 115 degrees, it's like meltdown time out there. But I'll be down there quite a few times. I always say I'm not going in summer, and then I end up going down there. You know that. Yeah, you know, McDave said if you ever wanted Chooch and Dave's cool cemetery here in the campus tonight, if you would meet me down there, you know, I almost stopped because I came a day early from my trip because I didn't figure Tonopah would be such a blowout for me that just, you know, just didn't come together. The story just wasn't there because I was going to stay, you know, boondocking a second night in Tonopah and then roll on to Reno. I thought coming down the road on Wednesday, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop in Davis, right? You know, Davis is a big college town. UC Davis, you know, the famous school of, you know, they got all the agriculture and they got all the study to be a wine whatever the hell they call that. So everyone is coming from California. Yeah, I know Vegas fixing. So much to see. I only wish. Hope the order. Yeah, I want to get out of here, Jackie. I really want to try to get over to Honolulu or Hong Kong, and I don't. I think Hong Kong is going to be a better bet because it's going to be cheap for a long time. It's the mainland China's kind of trashed that place now, and it's just falling off of people's radar screens right now. Been to haunted, except haunted houses and Spider Chuchin. Yeah, off the strip Vegas is becoming a real problem for tourists. Don't deviate off of it. Okay, I'm very aware now when I'm out and about. You guys see how I always do double looks down alleys, and um, the world's changed. The world's changed. And I'm very sensitive to that being a person of the streets. I feel it. I feel it. Yeah, Atlantic Cities really can't compare to Vegas. Take care, Wade. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to India, but I'm not gonna, cruising in the middle of that pandemic and shit. It's just awful. Tonopah. There's still some mining going on out there, or there's a bit of tourism, but I don't know. I think my expectations were too high, Craig. Just because of one time I drove through with D, and it looked pretty damn cool at 4 p.m. in the afternoon or something coming south, and I thought, wow, this place is really wild looking. And it's got to be some good shit going on here. I mean, how many times, I don't really want to see blown out building after blown out building and just walk away houses and all that kind of stuff. So we're still waiting on you in Houston. Oh, yeah, I'll be in Houston. Yeah, love you, Wade. Thank you. Sorry about that, everything that's going on, but we're glad to have you here. So. Yeah. See, Robbins, it's interesting when you think about Houston. It's like, when I was young, it didn't used to be that big. And then when the energy business exploded in the 70s and things, Houston just, boom. It really takes somebody like you to really help somebody wrap their head around a city like Houston because it's so enormous now. That a lot of the good stuff can get lost in the sheer size, right? Because things just grew so rapidly. You just don't know, right? Beach is redone, oceans and Hard Rock. That's nice, Goldie. They're going to open everything on the 15th of the month. That's cool. What is calling you to Hong Kong? Cheap. I do have a few things I should tend to over there. A few minor things to tend to over there. I am a legal allowed residency in Hong Kong if I chose to. I guess I think it would be exotically interesting for you guys. I think it would be. I just think it would be really cool. Will it happen? Who knows? Who knows? Tecate is a very good light beer. It is. Good night, Off the Wrench. To give Off the Wrench, my Jamaican sweetheart, a kiss goodnight. Oh my God. Look what the rabid dog brought in. Yeah, well, you'll never go out to the real Great Wall of China unless you do what I do and go to another part of China where the real wall is, which is a fallen down mass of stones. Okay. What you're going to see when they haul you out from Beijing is just a rebuild tourist section for vistas and views, but it's still pretty cool. Thank you, Off the Wrench. I think the landscape would be amazing. Hong Kong's a city. It's small in size, but you really got to know your way around, and you can accomplish a lot in a short period of time if you know what you're doing. You can do some non-traditional uh, crap and some traditional crap too. I think everybody starts out with a ride on the Star Ferry across from Hong Kong Island to Kowloon with the Hong Kong skyline. It's one of the most spectacular sights on planet Earth, right? And all that. Do you think Elon Musk is going to take the prize with? Uh, I don't know. See, Robbins, I'm not much of a fan of Elon Musk. Yeah, I'd love to see Hong Kong. Oh, I ain't nothing, Jan. I'm gonna check out too. Okay, all right. Take care, McDave. You got your marching orders, brother. We love you in here. We don't want to see you make any kind of mistake. Oh, that was delicious. That was good. Hey Carl, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend Carl from the great city of Toledo, and hopefully I'm going to meet Carl. Hopefully I'm going to meet Carl, and that might be on the return swing from the East Coast. I'd really like to interview the guy that built a plane in his house. My brother loved Hong Kong. He worked there in the 90s. Yeah, I lived there for 5 years, Jackie. Yeah, thank you, C. Robbins. It's awesome to have you back again. Yeah, we asked about you a few times. The missile is ready to go over to Houston, Ohio, New Jersey. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Love you. Okay, take care, Cheryl. Good to see you back, honey. I miss you. I haven't seen you around too much. We'd love to go to Hong Kong just to sample different foods. I'll tell you, you can eat so well in Hong Kong. It's unbelievable. That's the best. That's the only cheap thing in town is the food. There's so much great food for such a great price. Transportation's cheap. I think it used to be what I paid 10 U.S. cents to ride the old 1904 tram from one end of Hong Kong Island to the other, Causeway Bay and uh, Wan Chai, and all the way over to the other end of Hong Kong Island. So, well, thank you, Jan. Yeah, you know, hey, Mr. Lantern. Yeah, I would really like to hang out with Carl a bit and check out his mad laboratory down there. Maybe he'll make me a new space girl again. Bzzzt, right? Traffic is crazy. Where yeah, Vegas is having this surge, but I'm not convinced that the rich people are back yet. I'm not convinced the money's back yet over there. Do 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 do. Where in the hell those picks always go? Traffic is crazy. Which traffic is that? What's the difference in life in Hong Kong and city life in Santa Rosa? Hong Kong is, by virtue of its small size and its years as a financial center, it's a very vertical city. Okay, you're just, places like Hong Kong Island. You're surrounded by, some of the tallest buildings in the world. Your density of population is amazing there. Okay, don't have that in Santa Rosa. Yeah, I complain about density here, but it's nothing like Hong Kong. Okay, and just everything is so different. The way people think is different. The way people talk is different. The foods people eat is different. It's just it's 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 just wild, it's just wild. Shanghai, yeah. Pudong, yeah. Your destination, the more you slip sliding away. Slip sliding away. Slip sliding away. You know the near destination, the more you slip sliding away. Yeah, yeah, Dubai's supposed to be pretty cool. You know, Dubai's supposed to be pretty cool. Small place. I mean, I've changed planes in Dubai before. Oh man, yeah. Um, so it's just I don't know how to explain Hong Kong, right? I mean, it's just people just are different, right? Hope that kid just didn't get hit. Hey, what's up, Janet? How you doing? Well, the good news for you, Janet, Juice isn't in the chat, so there you go. Oh man, that beer went down good. Yeah, mobile traveler. My ex's family's quite wealthy. They still have a lot of properties up there in Shanghai, so and Hong Kong and stuff. So I mean, it's just an interesting place to go, and I fear the Hong Kong that was differentiated from China, which was kind of cool, is fast disappearing now, and it's going to be just the equivalent of any other uh, Chinese city, and the culture and the specific things that made Hong Kong unique will gradually be snuffed out over time. So, the most beautiful place in the world is in your dreams. Dream, dream, dream. Oh yeah, yeah. We could jam a bit. Yep. Well, thank you, Rhonda. Same to you. Yeah, I had those two girls, and I had to fight to get my figure back. Let me tell you. Okay. Had to fight for my figure. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day to all the awesome mothers out there, and there are many of you in my chat. And it's quite a job, in my opinion, to be a mother. It's quite a quite a responsibility. And I see all kinds of reflections of mothering on YouTube and things like that. So it's very interesting to kind of study that. So they might not like us Americans. No, actually, the typical people on the street love Americans over there, right? It's just you can't go by government bullshit. The average person in Hong Kong knows that. I mean, the country's called Meiguo. In Chinese, America is called Meiguo. Mei meaning beautiful, and Guo meaning country, beautiful country. They know that the quality of life is excellent here. They know that by and large Americans are pretty chill people. And you don't find any, I mean, if, you can't even find hardly a Chinese today that has ill will about what they call the War of Japanese Aggression from 34 till 1945, all the brutality, the rape of Nanjing, and all the bombing of Shanghai, and all the horrors that they went through, and God knows how many untold millions dead, right? So I think Americans rank pretty high over there. So, yep, camp goer. I have 3 Brads. There you go. There you go, camp goer. What a great addition to the channel. Scotty, my love. Scotty, my love. How are you, sweetie? Let me draw you to my ample bosom. Great Scotty. Oh, Scotty, Scotty, Scotty. How are you, mate? How are you, Gav? How you going there? Doing okay? Why does this thing keep going off? Hold on a minute. This damn thing. Hold on a minute. It's usually Chris texting me or something. I don't want to hear about any breakdowns or anything. Slip sliding away. Slip sliding away. You know the dearest nation, the more. All right. No. I think I should have one more beer, huh? Don't you? Saturday night? What the hell? Right? Bum bum bum. Oh, if I just had a big ass. Oh, man, if I just had a big ass, what a lethal weapon I would be, huh? What a lethal weapon. Hey, Dodgy, how you doing? What's up? Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I got my new do. The new softer that girl look. I'll take that girl. Ooh, beer is good. Yep. I have one woman that you know. There you go, Sharon. Sharon, you've been a great addition to the channel here. So, beer is good. Cheers, guys. Tecate. My first beer tonight in the last 2 months. You know what? The last beer I had was in Las Vegas with Monkey Boy. Right? And before that, I don't even know when. I guess I didn't have one of the beers. I bought Kaz, a 6-pack of Guinness Stout. I don't even know when the prior one was. I want a big butt. Yeah, Marlo Thomas, that girl. Right? Cheers, Coach. How you doing? Good to see you. We got the coach in the house today. Thank you, Dodgy. Yeah, I'd love a bigger butt. Sure. I'd love that. Yeah. That's the only missing piece of the puzzle, right? Ba-boom, ba, ba-boom, ba. Anyway, yeah, Unstoppable Rosie. Anyway, I'm happy. I'm good. I changed planes. You need to charter a vehicle to get to your gate. It's huge and very expensive. Yes, it is. Air Force One, happy Mother's Day, everybody. You mothers are awesome. Yeah, go Donnie. You got a great wife. She's done a good job. You know? Yeah, Maria Shriver. I think I laugh more than she does. I haven't heard a lot about Maria Shriver lately. I haven't heard a lot about her. I want to be a ba-boom-ba girl, right? Boom, boom. Well, thank you, Angus. You got to freshen it up. Yeah, I'd love a big Kardashian. Not quite as big as Kim's ass, because she's going to be dragging that thing at her knees. Trust me, man. That's going to look like an S down. I don't know what the hell to tell you guys. That's going to be, that's gravity exerts, right? The forces of gravity shall not be defeated. All right. My high school classmate, the doctor does Brazilian butts. Yeah, I got one done, but I just don't have enough fat. You know, I didn't have enough fat to pull out to really make a difference in that. Yeah, that girl. Well, thank you. I'll stay up with you and have another margarita. Why the hell not? It's Saturday night. We haven't kicked it out with a beer in a while, so grab a beer, everybody, and chill out. So, um, yeah, it's good to see Coach. Tell your man to send me his address. I got his shirt. I need a card so I can stop sliding off the seat in my work truck. Jackie, I have a feeling you have a, if you don't mind me, I have a feeling you have a very fine butt. Really dragging ass. I know it's coming, man, you know. You don't think I thought of hopping on a plane to Brazil and just tell them to get that big ass grease gun loaded with silicone and just fire it up, man. Go ahead. You know, but, you know, forces of gravity work, right? Good to see you, Dude's World. I haven't seen you well. Where do I get that Mexican beer? A lot of stores carry. You couldn't find Tecate Light before, but it's pretty damn popular. Oh, your middle daughter has a Kardashian butt. That's nice. So, we have the money to fix anything. I'm not sure, you know. And I don't know. I don't know. How you doing, Ace? I'm not sure about that. You know, I always thought that who was the middle one, Chloe or something? Was that the one? I always kind of liked her. She always seemed to have a lot of sense. You know, the middle one. Right. I don't know if Kim's the oldest, and then you've got Courtney, I guess. Courtney, the middle one. I always kind of liked Courtney. I always thought she had a lot of sense. So, I don't know. Cheryl's my official advisor on the Kardashians there, so I'll wait for her. I'll wait for her press notes on that. So, take some song requests. I just haven't really had time to really work on a repertoire. I just kind of mess around. Yeah, I always get copyright issues. Thank you, even though I'm not monetized. My fingers got to get stiffened up again. My fingers, 100 bottles of beer on the wall. Kim, then Chloe. Okay. Well, I always liked Courtney. I always thought Courtney had a good head on her shoulders. I always thought she was pretty decent until she hung around that Scott Dick or Dick something. Scott Disick or whatever his name is. I don't know. Diablo. Played the Diablo, huh? The devil. I don't know. I'm just enjoying my beer and just chilling out. She never seemed to get all caught up in the trap. I mean, she's a beautiful girl in her own right. She just never seemed to get caught up in the real beauty trap, you know? Right? Because to tell you the truth, I think that Kim is going to have a pretty hard time dealing with life beyond, say, 50 years old. I think it's going to be a harsh reality. uh, for her to kind of lose. You can tell she's kind of losing the limelight now. Clean now and an excellent dad. That's good. And Kim divorcing her kid's father. What's her name? Oh, Kanye West. I think it's. I'm not sure if it's her doing or his. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. Sorry, verify. I never saw what you said, my friend. Sorry about that. Have a good night. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. Yeah, Kanye West, right? Debbie, yeah, other than boobs, she's pretty natural, yeah. And I can't fault the girl for wanting to go big sometimes, right? They'll get it all. I think they'll get it all worked out. I think Kanye has some real, I want to be kind, some mental health issues and challenges and things that I think are going to have to be addressed. So I don't know. You had to have seen it coming over the years, right? There's really not much chance she's becoming a lawyer like her dad. Well, good for her. That's it. Yeah, kind of like Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. When's the last time you saw Nicole Richie? Right? Hey, Michael. All right, he really got some issues. Yeah, he's got some shit going on, right? Your friend Shanda went big. Camp goer, you are too cute. What a great draft pick for Rosie, class of 2021. Rookie of the year, Camp Goer 1, man. What a great addition to the channel. You really make me laugh. I like everything from your avatar right on down the line. Yeah, you don't hear about Paris Hilton or Nicole Richie anymore, right? That's a done deal. I mean, poor Britney Spears is trying to prove to people that she's not a nut job. I mean, it's just like, wow, it's just, it's unbelievable. Nicole's happily married, but you don't really see anything about her. Thank you, Alcaraz. Alcaraz, Jay Alcaraz. She is my pal. Okay, that's all. She's my pal. They love the RV life, Nicole in Paris. I don't know many. I don't know many men and women that. Let's be real. And I wish Camo Dave would kind of cover this little bit about the longevity of the RV life. Right? I don't think I want to see before I shoot off my mouth. I want to check something real quick. Let me see something. Slip sliding away. Slip sliding away. You know the new destination, I'm always slip sliding away. Slip sliding away. Let me see for a minute. What the hell was I looking up? I just had a senior moment. Oh, yeah, let me see this thing. Let me see something. I don't know. I don't know that many people that make it, make it for the long term. I don't know. They jet around in the. got to get my Simon and Garfunkel crap together again. I used to play that. La da da, la la da da da, we should convoy it out to see Camo Dave. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. He knows I'm coming out to see him. He's real high on my list. That's probably going to be my first stop coming south after the first week of October. Will probably be because I got to be on the East Coast anyway. Maybe a little bit of mustard, pork chop sandwich. I don't know, AIU, are you a fan of chopsticks? Yeah, I don't know. Let's ask each other random shit tonight. Yeah. Hello. I like the one disturb you. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Neath the halo of a street lamp, I turn my collar to the cold. It's amazing how they change the song, isn't it? And the vision that was planted in my brain. I do have a great body, right? Check it out, huh? The old broad. Dun, 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 do, 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 do. Didn't see that coming, did you? Woo! Celia. When I think back on all the crap I learned in high school. Yeah, I gotta learn all that stuff. Can't eat Chinese food without chopsticks. You're going to Lollapalooza. That's cool. You're doing it all. In the corner stands a boxer and a fighter by his hand. For a pocket full of monks and such are promises. La da da, la da da. La da 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 do do do, da 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 do do. There it is. There's the butt side. Not too bad. I mean, it's better than the freaking pancake griddle it used to be. You know, so I'm pretty happy. Right. The flat iron griddle. Practicing for my next phase of life. I might be if I don't come up with my taxes soon. There, Alan Gold. You gonna help me out some? Hey, Moxie. Binga banga boinga, baby. Alan Gold has always been in love with me. In any kind of weather. Hey, Russ. Well, thank you, Sharon. It's better than it used to be. Last summer I learned the backstroke. Last summer I learned the crawl. And then do 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 do, and that's not the all. And then I'm wandering in my sleep, dancing troubles instead of counting sheep. Where the years went, I can't say. They've gone away in yesterday. She's gone away in yesterday. And I find myself searching where the rivers change direction across the great divide. It is the night of where his Savior birth. Oh, night divine. I have a beautiful voice. Camp goer, I lost 40 pounds, 12. Wow. A smidgen in his head. There you go. All right, camp goer, sounds good. Gotta love it. Thank you, C. Rob. What's your favorite chord? Probably the minor chords. A minor and E minor would be my favorite ones. They have more soul to them. They have more, major chords don't stir my needle. I love minor chords. They really get me juiced up. Oh no, your reading glasses just busted. Oh boy, what a night. Yeah, I tell you, Alan Gold has got it bad for me. I mean, the reason I said that, I had 2 women write me last week that said, Rosie, you know that any guy, we don't know Alan Gold is a guy. If he is, he's really fucked up. Okay, but assuming that he is, they're like, nobody comes into a chat like that unless they really have a thing for it, And Alan Gold has always had that, hey, Rick, how you doing? Oh, you can't even strum a guitar? Yeah, I'm getting ready to wind down. From the high note, that's it. Yeah, Camp Goer's a awesome addition. Yeah, Gold, you know that Alan Gold is a hell of a flirt. No guy comes around unless he likes you, right? Isn't that the truth? Oh, that was good. We know what, guys? I got a few more things I got to do tonight, but I didn't know what kind of chat we'd have tonight. We had a great time tonight. I had a blast tonight on this chat. I had the bestest time tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and pack it in tonight. I got to fill out a couple papers and send them in for work, so I get paid for the month of, I get paid for the month of April. So, anyway, guys, it's been wonderful. Thank you, Lular Sauce. I appreciate that. Thank you for a really good time tonight, and if you guys, as Jackie did, thank you, Jackie, for your support tonight. Should you choose to, I only say it once a stream. If you choose to support me in my efforts here on the channel, it's always appreciated. It's paypal.me/Rosie O'Kelly, and your confidentiality, as it has been for over 7 years, is always respected to the nth degree. To my wonderful moderators, thank you so much, Cheryl and company. Special thank you to Jody's, who's really been knocking it out of the park lately with the choice of thumbnails that she gives me. Good night, Patricia, Shimei. Thank you for your kindness and things. I had a really good time tonight. Yeah, meeting behind the Shine Shack. Anyway, yeah, see, Robbins, we always asked where the hell you were. We're just glad you're doing okay. All right, so thank you, everybody. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up on the way out, please take a second to do so. And if you enjoy the channel, share it with your friends, okay? Thanks, everybody.